Hello Star Seekers, thank you for joining me in this video. Today we will be discussing the new moon in Aries on March 21st, around that time, depending on where you are in the world. And this is also the spring equinox. The sun moves into Aries, the moon moves into Aries, and there's a few other planets there, and they are making aspects with some other planets. So stay with me as we discuss the potentials of the new moon in Aries for you. Now, my usual disclaimer about which sign you should be watching. In order to know where this energy will be affecting you, you need to know which houses these particular signs fall into, specifically Aries for this new moon. Which house Aries falls into is determined by your rising sign, not your sun sign. Horoscopes are determined through rising signs. Your sun sign is very important when you're learning about your personality and how you shine in the world and where you show off. But when we're talking about predictive horoscopes, it is your rising sign that we are looking at in order to determine which house a sign falls into and therefore which area of life this energy will be felt in. So, with that said, let's get into this. Hello Scorpio rising, thank you for joining me. Let's get right into this. We have a lot to talk about. So when we have a new moon, the sun and the moon are on the same side of the earth, and in this instance they are in Aries, which is your 6th house. This is the house of work, health, daily routines. The sun and the moon are not alone. They've been joined by Mercury and Jupiter over here in this 6th house. Now what this is bringing to you, the moon's going to move on, sun and Mercury will be there for about a month. This is bringing a strong work ethic and a desire for personal achievement within your work environment or your daily routines. This placement can indicate a success in careers related to leadership, entrepreneurship, or physical fitness. This is the house of wellness, health and wellness. Be aware though that this can also bring a tendency towards overworking or neglecting your self-care, and this can lead to burnout and health problems. If you don't take time for your health, it will make time for you, right? So be aware of that. You need to balance some time here in your day-to-day activities. Venus just moved into Taurus a couple days before this new moon. Venus is the ruler of Taurus, so it is at home here and it feels this harmony, this happy, safe energy. So it's been bringing you a heightened appreciation for the beauty, harmony, and pleasure in your personal and professional relationships. This placement in your 7th house, the house of unions, this can indicate a desire for stability and security in your partnerships, whether it's a romantic partnership or a business partnership, but a one-on-one type of relationship. Uranus is also in Taurus here. It's been there for a few years and it'll be there till 2025. So you've been feeling this energy already. It's been bringing unexpected and sudden changes in your personal and your professional relationships. This placement has brought a fascination with innovative or unconventional ideas relating to partnerships, such as non-traditional relationship structures like more than one partner, or unique approaches to your business partnerships. Now together, this energy of the two, this may result in a mix of both stable energies from Venus as well as the unpredictable energies of Uranus. This is happening in your area of partnerships and relationships. So this can manifest as a desire for pleasure and stability in your personal and your professional relationships, combined with a willingness to try new and unconventional approaches to your partnership and to collaboration situations like business partnerships or other one-on-one situations. Saturn is right here on the other side in Pisces in your 5th house. This is the house of recreation, procreation, and creation. it is bringing this sense of responsibility and structure to your creative self-expression. And this can potentially lead to a more disciplined approach to your hobbies or your leisure activities, or how you have recreate or procreation even. Neptune is also in Pisces in your 5th house, and this is creating an enhancement of your intuition as well as your imagination. This is encouraging you to go about those artistic endeavors. It's really allowing this dreamy aspect, this fantasy aspect in. It's also creating a deeper connection with your inner self through your creative expression. Now be aware that this placement, it may also blur the boundaries and create a tendency towards escapism and self-deception if not kept in check. You may want to isolate yourself, but that's not always the best remedy when you really just need to express yourself creatively. Creatively. That was a weird way to say that. Creatively. Okay, we also have Mars here in your 8th house, or in Gemini. This is the house of deep transformation, deep diving into the self, as well as sex and intimacy, and your ability to die and be reborn, or to end something and to begin again. When the Sun and the Moon are over here in your 6th house in Aries, which your 6th house is always in Aries, this is suggesting a strong emphasis on your work, your health, your daily routines, your responsibilities. This placement can indicate a need to assert yourself in your job or in your daily tasks, in your everyday life. You have a strong desire here to take charge, to be in control of your day-to-day life, your activities, but especially your physical well-being. Now the square with Mars here, this is creating tension between your need for control and your need for intimacy and shared resources. You may need to work on finding balance between asserting yourself in your daily life and sharing your power and your resources with your partner, especially an intimate partner. Now the Sun and the Moon just moved into Aries, so they're just over this borderline, and Neptune is at the very tail end of Pisces, about to move into Aries. So they are, not for a couple of years still, but they are conjunct. What this means is this can create a highly intuitive and imaginative approach to your work, to your health, and to your daily activities. This placement means you're really feeling a desire to use your creative talents in a practical way, such as through working in the arts or the dramatic industry, like movie, TV, films, whatever, or using creative problem solving in a workplace. This can also bring challenges relating to maintaining a clear sense of reality versus fantasy, especially in work areas and in personal health matters. And there's a tendency towards escapism and avoidance in these areas, and that isn't going to serve you that well, so be aware that running away doesn't make the problems go away. The Sun and the Moon over here are also in a sextile to Pluto. Pluto is in Capricorn in your 3rd house, and it's been there since 2008. It will be moving on to Aquarius just a few days after this new moon, and that's going to be a huge energy shift for everybody. This will be moving into your house of home, family, roots, foundation, so be prepared. That's probably something that's going to be coming up for you. I do hope to do a video on just the Pluto movement as soon as I can. But for right now, during this during this new moon, Pluto is still in Capricorn in your 3rd house if you use the whole house system. What this has been doing since 2008 has been really bringing a powerful and transformative energy to your work, health, and communication. This placement has been bringing a deep desire for personal transformation when it comes to your daily routines and your self-expression. This can also bring a tendency towards obsessiveness or power struggles in these areas of your life if this energy has not been channeled constructively. So you probably have been feeling that for quite a while. Venus over here in your 7th house. This is in a square to this Pluto, so this is a 90-degree angle that creates a bit of a challenge. With Venus in Taurus in your 7th house, it just moved in there. This is bringing you a strong desire for harmony and balance in your relationships. This is focusing on creating partnerships that provide you the security and the stability that you desire. However, this square with Pluto here in your 3rd house is suggesting the potential for power struggles or hidden issues related to your communication or your intellectual power with these partnerships, which this could really impact your ability to connect with others on a deeper level. It's important for you to confront and to work through any underlying issues that you have with your communication with your partner in order to cultivate a more authentic and fulfilling relationship. And this doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This can be a business partnership or even a best friendship. Okay, this Mars in Gemini in the 8th house is in a favorable aspect to Saturn in Pisces in your 5th house. This is a trine. This might bring a disciplined and a strategic approach to your creative endeavors and your sexual pursuits. There's a big focus on practical and intellectual pursuits that support your overall goals. This aspect suggests a potential ability to use your mental energy and focus to channel your creative and sexual energies into productive and transformative pursuits while still maintaining your ability to express yourself confidently and authentically. Be aware that this could bring a fixation or obsessive thoughts in these areas of your life, and this can impede your progress or success in these areas. So don't obsess too much. Okay. Mars over here in the 8th house is also squaring with Neptune in this 5th house. Now, Neptune's further along in the sign, so it's a square instead of the sextile like it is with Saturn. So this is a challenging aspect, and what this is bringing is a highly imaginative and intuitive time for you, and you are really showing off your potential talents for the arts as well as your psychic abilities. This alignment can indicate a tendency towards confusion or idealism in your romantic or your creative pursuits, and the square between Neptune and Mars, this can present challenges in maintaining boundaries and making practical decisions in matters of love, creativity, financial investments, and it's going to require a conscious effort on your part to balance your inspiration with practicality. That's all I have for you today, Scorpio. Thank you for watching. Please give me a like and subscribe. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.